Tosh in this one. And I'm just going to do a video about the Dred Scott case and how the 14th Amendment was never properly ratified. And just want to definitely give shout outs to my brother Aline Bay. You know what I'm saying? He put me on this information about like 6 years ago. You know, I used to stay in contact with the brother. But the brother taught me a lot of knowledge, and this is just some of the stuff that I learned from him. So I definitely want to give him a shout out to it. But let's get into it. As you all know, you know what the Dred Scott case. Well, for some of you guys who don't know, I'm just going to read a little bit of it so you'll get a brief understanding of what we're doing with this. All right. It's saying March 1857, one of the most controversial events preceding the American Civil War in 1861 through 65. The United States Supreme Court issued a decision in the Dred Scott case versus Stanford. The case has been fought before the court by Dred Scott. It said slave who lived with his owner in a free state before running to a slave state of Missouri. Now, excuse me for a minute. Sorry about that. All right. It says Scott argued that his time been spent in these locations entitled him to emancipation. It's saying, and you know what emancipation means? Emancipation is just a change from one ownership to another ownership. It's saying in his decision, Chief Justice Roger B. Taney and Starch, supporter of slavery, disagreed. The court found that no black, free or slave could claim United States citizenship, and therefore blacks were unable to petition the courts for their freedom. The Dred Scott decision censored aboligists and heightened the North-South tension, which would erupt in war just 3 years later. Okay, so we know that a lot of the wars was dealing with a lot of the tribes who, some of them approved of slavery, some of them didn't approve of slavery. Get that in the Forgotten Cause of the Civil War. Excellent book. All right. So now we're going to go over to the 14th Amendment. I'm going to break this shit down real quick, man. All right. So let's go to the 14th. Let's read a little bit of this right here. This is just some of the, let me get this article where I got this from. It says, all right, this is in Constitution Society, all right, and it says there is no 14th Amendment. It's say by David Lawrence, a U.S. News and World Reporter. It says September 27, 1957. All right, so it say a mistaken belief that there is a valid article of the Constitution known as the 14th Amendment. It says responsible for the Supreme Court decision of 1954 ensuring the controversial desegregation in public schools of America. No such amendment was ever legally ratified by 3/4 of the states of the Union as required by the Constitution itself. The so-called 14th Amendment was debaucherously proclaimed by the Secretary of State on July 20th, 1868. They say the president shared the doubt. There were 37 states in the Union at the time. So ratification by at least 28 was necessary to make the amendment an integral part of the Constitution. Actually, only 21 states legally ratified it. So it failed a ratification. They say the undisputed record attests by official journals and unanimous writings of historians established these events as occurring in 1867 and 1868. All right, it's not a peer-reviewed journal or whatever, but you do your own research on it because I already checked it out. All right, so they say outside the states, 6 states, New Jersey, Ohio, Kentucky, California, Delaware, and Maryland failed to ratify the proposed amendment. They say in the South, 10 states, Texas, Arkansas, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, and Louisiana. They say by formal action, their legislation rejected it under the normal process of the civil law. It said a total of 16 legislatures out of 37 fell legally to ratify the 14th Amendment. Congress, which has deprived the South states of their seats in the Senate, did not lawfully pass the resolution. It said of submission in the first instance. The Southern states, which has rejected the amendment, were coerced by the federal statute passed in 1867 that took away the rights to vote or hold office from all citizens who have served in the Confederacy Army. Military governors were appointed and instructed to prepare the roll of voters. They say all this happened in spite of the presidency proclaimed the amnesty previously issued by the president. New legislature were thereupon chosen and forced to ratify under penalty or continue exile from the Union. In Louisiana, a general sent down from the North presided over the state legislature. Say Abraham Lincoln, I declare many states that the Union was inseparable and indivisible after his death. It said, and when the war was over, the ratification by the Southern states of the 13th Amendment abolished slavery. It had been accepted as legal, but Congress in the 1867 law imposed of the specific conditions under which the Southern states will be entitled to representation in the Congress. All right, so now what do this mean, right? All right, so this is kind of like, if you know, this kind of shows you pretty much what been going on, because you know you are under black, you are civitan motus, you have no rights, you know what I'm saying, you've been basically, you know, you have no civil rights because you ain't part and parcel of what's going on. Now, that could be good and bad. I know a lot of people gonna come at me a lot of different ways with this, but also we got to look at it like this, right? We know a lot of these other amendments doesn't. We know that paper itself doesn't represent us, all right? But for those of y'all who thought that it did represent y'all, this is what the video is for. Okay, now like I said, it's good and bad. That means they don't have jurisdiction over you, nor do you have jurisdiction over them. So that's saying that they can't hear your case in court, nor could they bring you to court. Now that is kind of funny with us because we are the Aboriginals, so it's different for us. But if anybody else, let's say in the instance of what's going on with this illegal immigration, so technically, according to that law, if you get caught in this country and you don't have paperwork and you're not supposed to be here, you're supposed to be detained on site. You understand? And the thing about it is, because you're not a citizen, you don't even have no rights. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no rights. You know what I'm saying? And this is what a lot of people don't understand. They think that you can get here and then just because you're here, these people supposed to have some moral stance for you or whatever. These people used to hang people in this country. They don't care about no moral stance. They let so many people come over so they can use them to keep their system going, because the lower wages that they pay, the more money that these motherfuckers make. That's why all the businesses went across seas, because they can basically pay them pennies on the dollar of what they making. So that's why they let so many people come here. And that's why you got so many different push and pull from different people, because in one instance it is a lot of people here who get free food stamps and free benefits that's not even citizens, and in another instance there is a lot of people who here illegally who do work hard. So it's two different ways to it. But nonetheless though, how do it relate to Aborigines? It relates to Aborigines is if you ain't change your status. Now a lot of people come at me with this status shit, right? They look at status correction don't prove nothing. Status correction don't prove. It doesn't. It just proves to you and proves to them that I'm not who you've been saying I am. So that's the first correction. The first correction is to let them know that I'm not who you say I am. This is who I am, and until you prove otherwise, this is who I'm going to be. So you know, under the rights of the indigenous people, you had the right to self-identify. So you know what I'm saying. You can easily they can't prove that you're not the Aborigine because you can just pull up the 1828 definition of what the word American means, and that's going to stop a lot of shit. You pull that definition up, what the word American means. Hold up, let's do this real quick. You know, just for the newcomers coming here, let's look at this. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what this shit means. For a lot, because I know a lot of people gonna come on here who have never seen what the word American means. Because people think the word American means just refers to people who got here, who's in this country, or who been born in this country. But no, that's not what it means. Okay, look at the date of the dictionary. My scholars and my people who gonna come here with the bullshit. Webster 1828. Okay, all right. So it's a Native of America. We looking at a noun. So it's a noun. So that's a thing. I mean, that's a person, place, or thing. All right. So a Native of America originally applies to the Aborigines or copper-colored races found here by Europeans, but now applies to descendants of Europeans born in America. Okay, so we know that past the semicolon right here, that this shit is right here, null and void. They forced themselves to be this, but nonetheless, though, the original definition, a Native of America originally applies to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races. Now, most of you brainiacs think Aboriginals are people from Australia. I believe Australia is a whole nother freaking continent, unless the author of this dictionary got it wrong. He's saying America. American, okay? He's saying the definition of American. It's saying Native America originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races found by Europeans. All right? Look, man. So what that means for Aboriginals is that you got to claim your status. You got to claim on who you is. Even though you got a birth certificate or whatever, they telling you that you're not a citizen. They telling you that you're not a citizen if you consider yourself to be a slave or if you're under that title of black. You understand? So this is basically what a lot of the Moors brothers trying to tell you. They saying that if you don't claim that you are Moor, just claim a nationality and be protected under a nation. That's all it is. You understand? You're not protected under a nation. You're getting representation with, you're getting taxation without representation. They taking your money, but at the same time, they not representing you. And this is what the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, what I got out of it. You know, a lot of people think that was some COINTELPRO shit, but I don't. I believe that no matter what, he woken some people up to what that shit is about. Whether if he's trying to incite a race war or whatever he's trying to incite, he definitely got people attention, and people definitely starting to realize that shit doesn't represent us. You want us to stand for that shit, but at the same time, you don't want to convict none of these dirty cops that go up in there. And I can't even say that all these cops is dirty. Maybe some of them did. Maybe some of them was what they call incidental something, homicide or whatever like that. That still means that they need to pay for what they do. Because if I go out there and shoot somebody by mistake or whatever, I'm going to jail. I'm probably gonna go to jail for a long time. You're gonna give me the same sentence as if I did it if it was a first degree murder. You understand? So that's all I'm saying. But like I said, what the 14th Amendment means to Aborigines means that you are not, have not been properly ratified. The Dred Scott case that says that anybody who considers themselves to be black or descendants of any slaves or think that they descendants of slaves are not citizens. I'm going to read it one more time, okay? We're going to go over it one more time. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to go right here. I'm going to read it from right here. It says, hold on. All right. It say, in his decision, Chief Justice Roger B. Taney, a staunch supporter of slavery, disagreed. The court found that no black, free or slave could claim United States citizenship, and therefore blacks were unable to petition the courts for their freedom. So it's saying that because you're not a citizen, the courts don't have to hear you. So therefore, you kind of stuck in what they call stalemate when you playing chess. Okay, they said the Dred Scott case decision incensed aboligists and heightened the North-South tension, which would erupt in the wars just 3 years later. All right. So, like I said, man, y'all do y'all research on this. This is telling you the states. They showing you in this the states that didn't ratify that didn't ratify the 14th, and it's actually the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. So these are the states that didn't. I don't know if all these states is in the 13th and the 15th, but these are the states that are in the 13th and 14th. But you guys, when you want to research this, look it up. Don't come on my page with the debates. I don't want to hear. If you got something to add to it that I can, that, you know, if I was wrong about anything, I'm definitely willing. But I know I ain't wrong about this. This shit is facts. So with that being said, I am the Conscious One. Comment, like, subscribe, man. You know, I mean, this is for the conscious people of America, man. So, you know, it's not about me. It's not about one individual who's my subscriber. This is about just trying to get the positive information out so we can at least learn our history and move forward. Okay? So with that being said, peace, love, and light to the Aborigines.